Coach Greg, and terrible news in the fitness industry today as Gabriel Ganley from Brazil, a 23-year-old bodybuilder, has passed away. And I'm sorry to report that it's been speculated that it's due to using performance-enhancing drugs, namely insulin. Now, this has not been 100% confirmed, but if so, this is a terrible tragedy, and even if it is, it's always a terrible tragedy. But to make matters worse, this man was a natural bodybuilder less than a year ago. And so in under 1 year, he essentially ruined his life. He didn't need to do this. He has 1.7 million followers, had an incredible physique while being natural. I'm looking at this kid, many of the comments saying, there's no way that you're natural, you couldn't have achieved this natural. He looked amazing, but since that time, he literally blew up. He was huge. You can see photos meeting with the likes of Nick Walker, posing with celebrities like Ramon Dino, also from Brazil. And so every young person is thinking, it won't happen to me. It can't happen to me. It will never be me. Until it is. If there's one message to take from all of this is it isn't worth it. First heard the news, I'm reading the comments on my YouTube videos that I had just posted about we lost another one. And I was talking about we lost another one to the dog side, as in taking performance enhancing drugs in that of Luke, and video guy.
I am not natty anymore.
And I'm reading it and they're announcing his passing. And the first thing I see on Beyond the Stage TV is RIP Gabriel Ganley. Terrible news to hear the passing of 23-year-old at Ganley Gabriel, who is one of the most popular names in fitness and bodybuilding in South America. Thoughts are with his friends and family. And so imagine, 1.7 million fans. 23 is way too young. Anyone know what happened? He died from hypoglycemia. Too much Slin? Or unrelated. Likely hypoglycemia from insulin. He was natty 6 months ago. Crazy no one stopped this kid from taking too much juice, especially insulin. That isn't crazy at all. Who's gonna stop him? I literally, an hour before making this video, record a video on Eric English, who's 16. Is anyone stopping him? How obvious is it that Eric English is abusing steroids? Now, is Eric English using insulin? I don't know. It's certainly possible. I remember one time I was in Good Life, a franchise gym, and there were a group of teenagers, they were around 15 or 16 years of age, and they were talking about how many chocolate bars they had to eat after using insulin. They were 15 or 16 years of age and using insulin. Now, insulin is one of the most dangerous drugs in the world. As far as bodybuilding goes, if you want to see something that can end you like that, I'm talking about in a matter of minutes, that is it. Testosterone, tren, Anavar, D-ball, the list goes on. Those things usually take months and or typically years, sometimes decades, but insulin can take you like that. Now, I have used insulin in the past, experimented, tried it, and I have personally gone hypoglycemic from using it. And I was doing perhaps 6 or 7 IUs, and if you don't eat enough, it hits you like that. You feel sleepy, dizzy, no energy, and all you want to do is lay down. And so he could have very well done the exact same thing, and rather than eating sugar, was thinking, I'm just going to go and take a nap, of which you never wake up. Now, what might be considered even worse is if you do happen to wake up, oftentimes you're a vegetable, not enough oxygen to the brain. You wake up, you're never going to be the same. Now, oftentimes with insulin, it's that people get the dosing incorrect. And so, for example, if it's your first time using insulin and someone says, let's be relatively cautious, let's use 5 IUs. You say, oh, well, how much is that? 5 units? Oh, okay, 5. And you pull on the syringe and you do 50. By accident. 1 decimal off is the difference between life and death. It takes one small mistake, one error, and you're no longer with us. I highly doubt someone gave him some crazy insulin protocol that caused him to die. Most people who end up going hypoglycemic accidentally inject the wrong amount at one time and don't realize it until it's too late. And so don't take this video lightly. I know many of you watching this video are using it. Now, in my coaching career, I coached almost no one to use it. I didn't believe that people needed to use it, but of course, at the highest level, those trying to put on more muscle than last time, who want to be the biggest IFBB pros in the world, almost all of them are abusing it, and most of them are very, very cautious, but it's rare to have someone never go hypoglycemic even once. To get the sweats, the dizziness, the confusion, and you're scrambling. You're thinking, I need sugar now. It's a medical emergency. I was at a gym one time, years ago. A guy who took insulin, he went to the gym, and he passed out. Ambulance came rushing, took him to hospital, but thank goodness he survived. Just one of the stories of people using insulin. You might be taking insulin, you're going to the gym, you get dizzy, you get confused, you crash your car. And so they're thinking, oh, you died of a car accident, when in fact, what do you think caused that accident? The insulin. You pass out and you die. And so I'm making these videos to try to help you. You don't need the steroids. This guy was famous without it. He had an incredible physique. But the lure, the draw, the temptation to be the biggest bodybuilder in the world, for many people, it's too difficult to overcome. Somebody tagged Lee Priest Official 72. It says, bro, you have the platform to talk about this stuff and tell kids his age to stop taking gear. I know it sounds annoying, but even if you only prevent one kid from hopping on, maybe you save somebody who was going to die in a couple of years. And so, hey, if he's not talking about it, I most certainly am. I don't care how many hate messages I get. I don't care how many people think that I'm jealous or envious or that I don't actually regret taking steroids. I see that all the time. Oh, you would do it again. If you could live your life over, you would abuse steroids yet again. No, I'm lucky I'm alive right now. I'm one of the fortunate ones. I abused steroids for over 10 years. And so I am trying to stop you, the viewer. Perhaps you're a teenager, perhaps in your 20s, perhaps you've already hopped on. It isn't too late to stop. You don't need to keep going. No matter how old you are or how young, you have the ability to make your own choices, your own decisions, and you do not need to keep going. Trend twins, Rip brother. Trend twins, this could be you. Easily, this could be you. You're almost the same age. Genetic anomaly, RIP, rest in peace. Genetic anomaly. This also could be you. Ganley was the victim of this absurd pressure, this sickening competition, and a culture that turned going to the gym into a spiritual battle, as if sacrificing your own health was a sign of merit or greatness. There is no honor in destroying your own body. Gym should be synonymous with health, balance, and quality of life, not self-destruction. What really matters is to be well, healthy, and present next to those we love. If you really love Ganley, honor his memory by learning from this story and not repeating the same mistakes. Take care of your physical health and, most importantly, your mental health. And so guys, the message of this video is to stay natural, to not use performance enhancing drugs. Just because you don't die specifically from one thing that you took doesn't mean that it didn't shorten your life in a different way. And so remember that it isn't worth it. This is not what we want to see. Ending it here. And until next time, I am out.